Hello everyone. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment saying where you're from and when you watched. That way, YouTube will continue to show you stories like this. Now, let's get started. Asterisk the arrows of phosphorescent green light flowed down from the tree trunks like living ink, constantly urging us to walk east. The roots parted into a small path, just enough for one person to walk through. The whispers turned into a repetitive melody like a creepy lullaby. Alex, I walked in front, the flashlight beam hitting the fog, creating opaque streaks of light. Daniel behind kept checking the GPS, but the signal was jumping around. The green dot was moving around as if someone was pulling it. Mia whispered that she felt someone walking parallel to her. Ethan turned the camera in that direction and the screen flashed. Briefly saw a figure in a dark coat, but when he turned back there were only trees standing still. We continued walking faster. The path led into a low-lying area where the trees were sparser. The ground was full of sharp rocks. Many dark holes like well mouths. Each hole exuded a cold air. I bent down to look into a nearby hole and was startled when I saw dozens of crumpled pieces of white paper stuck to the wall rock. I shined the light and realized it was a moldy handwritten letter. The shaky handwriting told of someone's last days, begging for forgiveness and saying that they heard singing for many nights. I shivered and stuffed the paper back and signaled to continue. The deeper we went, the more caves there were. The sound of the wind disappeared, replaced by a soft moan as if someone was imprisoned inside. Mia burst into tears. Daniel squeezed her hand tightly. Ethan whispered that this was no longer a normal forest, but a cemetery hidden under the trees. I took a deep breath to calm the group, but inside my heart was also in turmoil. Suddenly, a cold wind blew. From a cave came a pungent smell that made my head spin. I saw an image flash in my mind, the shadow of a person hanging between the roots of a tree, eyes wide open. I closed my eyes tightly and shook my head to clear it. But the whisper sounded closer. This time it was not an order, but a cold question. "Why did you come?" I didn't dare to answer. Ethan brought the camera to record. The sound echoed into the device, into hundreds of sounds, then silently overlapping. Daniel growled that if we don't get out of here, that question will turn into a judgment. Then everything went dark. The flashlights all went out at once. Only a pale blue light flashed from the crevice. When the lights came back on, we realized we were standing in a completely different space. No more crevice, but instead a long line of trees hung with reflective tapes, exactly like the ones we tied to mark the path. But the number was absurd. Hundreds of strips glittering in the mist, like eyes staring at us. Mia screamed when she saw some reflective tapes with our names written in black ink. I was speechless. We understood that this path not only swallowed those who came before, but also remembered each person's identity. All the paths now turned into a maze of reflective tape, and only one brighter direction was waiting. That direction stretched endlessly. Like a basin, I knew for sure that at the end of it was an even more terrifying secret, and we would have to face it in the next episode.